The biggest crybaby in the UFC is back, and his name is Chris Curtis. Now, before I tell you why Chris Curtis is the biggest crybaby in the UFC, let me just say this, okay? If there's any Chris Curtis fans, or hell, maybe Chris Curtis himself is watching this video, I don't hate Chris Curtis. I really don't. I think he's a good fighter, and he seems like a chill guy. I just think it's funny how whenever he loses a fight, right afterwards, he always does this. At this point, especially after this last loss against Kelvin Gastelum, a lot of people are catching on to this and how it's kind of gotten out of hand, in my opinion. Now, if you don't know where I'm going with this and what this whole video is about, let me have you guess what you think Chris Curtis does when he loses a fight. Do you think he, A, takes off his shorts in the octagon, B, hacks into the UFC rankings and puts himself at #1 in every division, or C, he goes on an absolutely mental Twitter rampage where he tweets out why he should have won, why the other guy shouldn't have. He argues with anyone that will argue with him, and he blocks about half of the Twitter population. It's insane. It's like, I understand it though. Like, that's the thing. This whole video seems to be like anti-Chris Curtis, but I totally get where he's coming from, okay? He's mad that he lost the fight. He lost out on money and career progression. I totally get that. This whole video is more about how he just, there's so many better ways to handle it, okay? Someone just needs to take his phone away. If I could condense this whole video into one sentence, someone take away Chris Curtis's phone, okay? If you want to know what I thought of the fight, I honestly thought it could have been a draw. I thought it was insanely close. It was neck and neck. In the second round, they had a little bit of a headbutt, okay? And it clearly affected Chris more than Kelvin. Literally knocked Chris out for like a second. He said that he woke up on the ground. I know Chris even outstruck Kelvin, but I think Kelvin had more of the bigger shots. It was so close, okay? But that's not where we're not here to discuss the fight. We're here to discuss what he does afterwards. And there's one solution that is so simple that it blows my mind. And it's just put down the phone, Chris. Like, it's such a bad look. And I totally get it. Like I said this a million times. I get it, bro. You're pissed. You want to let off the steam, but I just think it does even more damage to his career and reputation as a fighter whenever he goes on these Twitter rampages. I'm definitely less of a Chris Curtis fan now than I was before the fight. You know, I think he's a good fighter. I think he's chill, but like, I don't know. There's just so many better ways to handle that. One of his arguments is that, you know, he's older. He's like 35. He's not getting any younger. And this is the time where he's really got to, you know, make that performance that boosts him up into the top echelon of the division. A win over Kelvin Gastelum, that will do that, all right? Kelvin Gastelum, a former title challenger against Izzy. I mean, like, that's big stuff. I totally get that. The thing is, the way you handle your losses and your wins really has an impact on how the fans see you. I really believe that. I think as fans, we do like some humbleness, you know? Humble in, you know, victory and defeat, respectful. His insane Twitter spree started off with him saying, first of all, I'm seriously fucking tired of hearing the better guy won or he's the better fighter. You all seriously don't know a damn thing about fighting. I don't care who you are or what you saw. The better man did not win, and that shit needs to be addressed. He gets moved to rank 11 for that bullshit when I for sure wouldn't have. Just prove it's about the story of Kelvin is back. What a fucking joke. It was one thing to be like, okay, you talked about the fight, how you felt, you should have won. Totally understandable. But when he starts arguing with fans and just curses them out and all this stuff, it's not the best look. And I think a lot of people on Twitter, or at least that I follow, they've kind of almost like, not like turn their back on Chris, but they're kind of like, wow, this guy always just complains after his fights. And it's like, you know, it's not the best look. So, you know, this has happened before after the Hermanson fight, and it's getting to the point where it's just a little extreme. You know, you have like a little Twitter argument for a couple, you know, an hour or two, that's fine. But like, a man's been going on a straight 2-day bender of nothing but Twitter arguments and just, I don't know, man. If you checked Chris Curtis's screen time, that Twitter app is probably in the double digits, if not more. So a little concerning. Let's crank those numbers down, put down the phone, go outside. It's a beautiful day, man. All right, Chris Curtis, you're a great fighter, man. You're a chill guy. You have an amazing beard, bro. Your hair genetics are, I mean, great head of hair, great beard, bro. You are crushing it in life, right, man? It kind of sucks to see him like go into this like Twitter spiral every single time he loses. And it's like, come on, man. There's better ways to handle it, and you know, ways that don't really hurt your image with the fan base. So I hope the best for him, all right? Now, this is where this video should have ended, but unfortunately, as I was about to post this, I went on Twitter and I saw this. Chris Curtis doing an interview with Helen Yee Sports at his gym, talking about the fight, and he says this.
Well, I also saw that you say you want a rematch with Kelvin, or are you willing to move on and fight somebody else?
I want to fucking fight him again. I know he won't do it. Like, the fat fuck's probably running around eating Twinkies and tacos right now.
Yep, he calls Kelvin Gastelum a fat fuck, running around eating Twinkies and tacos, just really putting the cherry on top of this entire video of him being a crybaby. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below. Have you been blocked by Chris Curtis? There's a big possibility. My man went on an absolute block streak. I mean, just blocking everyone. So let me know what you guys think down below. Have you seen all these Chris Curtis tweets? What do you think about the fight as well? Let me know what you thought. I definitely thought the headbutt played a big fart. Yeah, it played a big fart. All right, it was really gassy in there. No, it played a big part for sure. I totally get it. I think they honestly should run it back. You know, it's a damn shame that the judges didn't see, you know, they didn't see the headbutt. That was a huge altering change in the fight. I think if that doesn't happen, I think Chris maybe squeaks out round 2, and he definitely won round 3. So, you know, like I said, the millionth time, Chris Curtis is definitely valid for these feelings. I'm just saying there's a better way to handle them and to communicate them, and not on Twitter. All right, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.